balance changes I would do to every rare brawler. Shelly? Well, Shelly isn't a rare brawler, but I wanted to include her in the video, so here's what changes I would do to Shelly. The problem with Shelly is that she is quite useless without her second gadget, clay pigeons, so I decided to buff her first gadget. So the buff is Shelly will get a 10% speed boost for 3 seconds after dashing forward to close the distance even more. Next in the list is Nita. I would rework her star power bear with me so that instead of Bruce healing Nita, it was the opposite. Think of it like Jesse's energized star power. In addition, I would also decrease the delay of Bear Paw's gadget from 1.5 seconds to 0.75 seconds, so a 50% buff. This would actually make her menacing, as she could then be able to really easily cycle supers like Jesse and Penny can. Colt. Supercell needs to nerf his reload speed. Colt already has the reload gear, but with the reload buff he got last year, he reloads shots as fast as Nita. I would also nerf Speedloader to give only 1 ammo instead of 2. However, I would buff his star powers by just a bit. For example, Magnum Special's range and projectile speed increase from 11% to 15%, and Slick Boot's speed also increased from 11% to 15%. I would also increase the damage of Silver Bullet from 1440 to 2160. Barley needs a massive rework. I would buff his reload speed. He is meant to control the field, but he cannot do that properly if he barely reloads a shot before his first puddle disappears. I would also completely change his star powers to the following. Fizzy Concoction. Barley's attack poisons enemies for 2 seconds after it hit, dealing 10% of his damage. Calming Tonic. Barley's super slows enemies inside of it. If you want me to do the same thing for every brawler, like and subscribe. Poco. I feel like his offensive kit is just fine how it is, but I feel like a certain build is missing a bit of love. His protective tune star power should go from 4 to 5 seconds. I feel that if they just simply add knockback prevention to his gadget, we could see some really great Poco plays. Decapo's healing should also go up from 920 to 1040. In terms of base stats, I would increase his HP from 7,400 to 8,000. Bull's Stomper gadget should be a base kit with no slow, so when you use super you could click again on it and stop. So the new second gadget will be, the next super that is stopped will stun enemies for 0.5 seconds. Also, Bull's hypercharged super will push enemies aside. But I would nerf the damage reduction to 70%. I would buff his dash speed by, let's say, 11%. Primo, I would say make his hypercharged super area bigger as promised in the Brawl Talk. Also, his asteroid belt gadget should drop faster. Rosa. While Rosa has her super active, she takes 50% less knockback. For example, she is pushed by 4 tiles without super. So with super, she will be knocked back only 2 tiles. That is because one of her issues is that there are way too many brawlers that just keep her away. I would also buff Plant Life to heal 4% of her max HP per second in bushes instead of a flatline 300.
My milkshake brings all the kids to the pool.